You take a red pocket.
Be real. You think my Broncos going to beat the Chiefs? What?
No.
Come on.
You can cue it now.
Cue the intro.
Yes, the answer.
Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Larry Bird's 32. God
Welcome
damn,
back,
man.
everybody, to the Get Back Podcast. I'm your host, Damian and Dusten, here with
Ayden Jones. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
and welcome to episode 33 of the Get Back Podcast. You saw he was just laughing at me. I was asking if
This man said
if Larry was
Bird
33. I forgot because I know
Ball
we did.
Noah right here, right?
I know we did 32 last week. We got
32.
Shaq.
We had Shaq.
Carl.
We had Magic. We
had a couple good
We had
names.
some good people on there. Yeah, we
But
had
I
good
like
people.
Larry Legend. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. But I don't want to get into ball with you first. I want to talk about something that we haven't talked about in a while, and I think it's only fair with it happening tonight that we give it a good old segment.
Big
UFC.
old UFC, man. Big old UFC. We are back. Obviously, we have a huge. Honestly, if you ask me, this is possibly in the top 3, top 2 of cards of the whole year. We have UFC 322, huge main card. It's even a little couple bangers on the prelims, but we got a big night tonight for Saturday. We got some big stuff.
We do, and I think it's just so awesome to see. Because to your point, we're coming off of kind of I don't want to say a hiatus of fights, but just a hiatus of prime time fights
Prime big cards. I'll say
Yes.
that. Prime big
that make you
cards.
want to spend the $80.
Yeah, there you go.
And for me, I think it's only fair if we start off from the bottom of the main
That's fair.
event.
Yeah.
So
Build it up.
first of all, in the lightweight division, you get Benil Dariush versus Benoit Saint Denis. This is an interesting fight to say the least.
To
in my
start
opinion.
out. I'll say it's interesting to start out the main card. Obviously, the prelims, you're going to come off a big fight. I think this one will possibly be not a sleeper, but I think Denise will possibly get this fight.
I actually don't think it's a sleeper. I think Denis is going to get the win fairly quickly. I think. Listen, he needs a win.
I don't know about that.
He needs a win.
quickly.
And
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying,
he's been working so hard on his technique, especially coming up into the fight. You've been hearing him talk about how technique is going to be super important. And Benil's aging. Listen, Benil is a great grappler, but I just think Benoit's strength, his striking,
and his last fight too. He
And
had a great last fight. So
Yeah.
if he can win this one, he's sitting at 13. We'll see where that ranking can put him at. So that'll possibly be us. Like I said, I think it's going to be a sleeper coming into the main card. I think so.
absolutely.
Next fight though,
yeah.
that's where I think it gets pretty serious for this card.
For sure.
Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates, welterweight bout. What do you have for this fight, Dave?
This is, I want to say, a must win for Leon Edwards, but what Leon Edwards gets out of this is so much bigger than what Carlos gets out,
Right.
because I think Leon's Edwards window is really starting to close. A win over Carlos, who has been just on a tear. We've seen his
Right.
striking. We know what he's capable of. To have,
There's a couple. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I don't know where you're going with that. I feel like I know who your winner is going to be.
I feel like I think Leon's gonna win.
I don't agree. There's key things that people can do. And I think that there's one thing with Leon that I do not agree with sometimes is his corner people, bro. Sometimes Leon looks overwhelmed in the ring. Or I said in the ring, in the octagon. And I think when he
Yeah.
goes to the corner, you see a lot of other corner people, they'll be like, calm down, breathe, slow down the fight. Like, you're already on a faster pace. Try to get into that fight. Wake up. Leon goes to his corner. Wake up, Leon. You got it, buddy. That's
you know
from
what?
round 1 to round 5.
I think that's what my opinion is solely based off. I just think that, like, because he's always been such that underdog. I feel like
That's
he
the
needs
thing.
this win. I feel like
I
he's
don't
gonna
know.
get
I don't
it.
know. I don't know if he's an underdog here. If Leon can possibly keep him on the feet, maybe keep him stiff to get that nice, perfect shot that he usually aims for, possibly in the later rounds, maybe we'll see something. Man, if Carlos can keep pressure to overwhelm him throughout this fight, I'm gonna give it to Carlos. I think if he can possibly take him down, maybe mix it up a little bit, he can possibly get this fight.
Yeah, and the thing about Carlos is I feel like he's so much more diverse than Leon. We
Yeah,
obviously know
yeah.
Leon likes to kickbox. He's gonna feed you that jab. He's gonna
If
try
he-
to work
I
your
mean-
body. Carlos is so sporadic.
That's what I'm saying. He's virtual, where he can mix it up. He knows how to mix up his fighting with his wrestling and grappling.
Yeah,
So,
and I
mean,
feel
that's
like
nice.
especially in the clinch too, he's so powerful with his
Yeah.
elbows and using his knees. And all those Brazilians are not bad grapplers. So
There you go.
if I know it's probably not going to get there, but if it does, I think Carlos.
That's the thing. I
might
think it
have the
will.
advantage.
I think it will.
Now-
Round 2, it may get there.
I think Leon might actually probably have the entirety of strength advantage over Carlos.
I can agree with that. Leon has still, to me, the best physique pause in UFC, and
Yeah.
that's fair to say. No
Oh,
matter what
absolutely.
division,
That's
you can
fine
say
to
what you
say.
want to say about him. Or
Nah, Leon pretty crazy. I'm
Leon
not
is
gonna lie.
crazy. What's the It's another dude who's like he's a middleweight or he's a light heavyweight. You know who I'm talking about, the Brazilian dude.
Oh, Edison Barbosa.
He looks nuts,
Barbosa.
and you know he looks crazy.
Yeah.
But Leon may have the best physique. I can agree with the strength. Like I said, I think Carlos will get him on the ground a little bit in round
You
two.
think so? Okay.
Maybe get him back up. Like I said, you put pressure on him, make him feel like he can't really get his perfect shot off where he's kind of rushing it. I think we may see a nice fight.
So I told you my stance on it. I think this is a must win for Leon. Who do you think it's more of a must win for? Leon Edwards or Carlos Prates?
Must win. I'm gonna say must win possibly for Leon because Leon can actually keep his name up there. If Carlos was to win this fight, that's putting him up in big talks. He's already been up on the come up for.
Are we talking potential like for a? No, he need because he lost to
Carlos. Carlos didn't lose his last fight.
no, not his last fight.
Who you talking about, Leon? Because Leon did lose his last fight. But obviously, we're gonna talk about that guy a little bit
when
later.
he lost to Machado.
I mean, but he's still come off of a win, gang. And that was a decent win too.
It was a very
where,
good win.
When it gets to a point where Carlos has like his old 2022 kind of flex stance, you know it's got to a real point. So I'm gonna give this one to Carlos.
That's fair.
Moving on, because this is we're getting into the top three.
yeah.
I'm very excited about this one right
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. This one can honestly kick off a lot of things. And I would not be afraid to say that this could possibly win fight of the night. I'm being so serious. I'm being very serious.
Wow.
I think of it like that. Yeah.
I think, believe it or not, I actually don't think it'll get that far.
Really?
I love Sean Brady. I think he's great. The way that he's come up is awesome.
You're going to Morales this way.
I think
Oh.
Morales is going to overwhelm Sean Brady a little
Oh.
bit. Yeah,
That's actually a surprise. That's a surprise. I know a lot of people, they do have Sean winning that fight.
I have
Sean, but Morales
is going to overwhelm Sean Brady
where he can.
just with different stuff. I
Yeah,
mean, his
yeah.
striking, his the variety of shots that he can get you with is insane. Now, I
It
will
does,
say,
but Sean
Brady all around, I feel like is better.
He's a better grappler.
I think this is a knockout type of fight.
Only thing I do have is obviously Morales has that power. He's a hard hitter. He get his chance on the main card for the first time. Like this can be his spotlight. Sean,
I think you can do it.
that's a grappler, man. I don't know. That's a grappler. He's coming off his last fights. He's looking pretty good, phenomenal in his last fights.
Absolutely.
If he stays focused, I don't know. I mean, I got Sean winning this fight. You could avoid Morales on the feet as much with like him at his athletic build, taller build.
Yes, I want to take the underdog on this one.
Which is
you
fair.
gotta try. And you know what?
Cool.
If you are to bet on Michael Morales, I'm not saying you should go bet, but I'm just saying
it's not a bet. But if he uses power, uses his hand, can keep
I would say
distance,
not decision.
3-round.
Michael hits hard.
He does hit very hard. But Sean,
I think so. But if Sean's not able to have success with, because Sean he's a slow starter. Well, he always been a slow starter. We know this. So I feel like it's going to take him a little second. If Michael decides he wants to jump, overwhelm him, I think he can win that fight. Listen, I'm not saying I'd be surprised if Sean Brady wins. Sean Brady should absolutely win the fight. He's favored to win.
Sean Brady's last 3 fights, I don't know, man.
I understand.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, Michael Morales could be
They're
a
all
tough
spaced
matchup.
out. He always gets his time to rest and actually like
It could be
rejuvenate.
a tough matchup. You don't think so?
I think it's gonna be a tough matchup. Do I think Morales is gonna win? No.
I think it's gonna happen.
We didn't see Brady put people on the ground and then put them on the feet and still take them down.
Well, you're right. I think we should talk about the closer fight then. We should move on to the co-main event. This is a good fight. This is actually, in my opinion, going to probably go down as one of the greatest women's fights in the UFC.
It can possibly compete with Weili's other fight, where she did have the greatest fight of all time.
Yes.
Valentina versus Weili for the co-main event in the flyweight title bout. This is going to be a great one. I'm gonna let you go first. What do you think is going to be the takeout of this fight?
I think the biggest thing for me is I want to see who establishes their dominance on the ground first. I think that's going to be a big telling story of the fight because obviously this is a 5-round fight. I actually think it will turn into a brawl in the later rounds, but I think in the first 2 rounds you're going to see some, jabs, hooks here and there. But I think you're going to see both of these fighters try to make an attempt on the ground.
Okay.
Obviously, Weili might establish herself a little better on the wrestling, but if Valentina gets her down, it's because she caught her with a strike, level changing, something like that.
That's the thing. Level changing. Like I think like Valentina, she knows how to use jiu-jitsu, wrestling, grappling, all of that. Well, I don't know if Valentina can go in there and do all that.
But the reason why I think it'll be easier for Valentina than other fighters that have fought Weili is because I think Valentina walking into that octagon is going to outweigh her by 20 pounds.
You
20,
can
30
you
pounds.
can outweigh her, but on the ground, will she try to use more front headlocks or will she try to get on her back? Like, what is she trying to do? Is she in guard? That matters, gang. If she puts
Ground
her
and pound.
half,
She's going to try to, she's going to try to
gang,
ground
if
and pound.
she tries to
from
put
top
Weili in
position.
half guard or tries to wrestle with her like on the back, I don't believe that she can
But
get this done.
listen,
That's
Weili's
a
very
5-round
strong.
fight.
Weili's very strong. Valentina outweighing her with her strength.
She does, but
Valentina's already been a strong
Valentina,
fighter.
especially like in her last fight, which you can see, she always evolves. The last fight, she didn't look like she really gained anything out of that. I didn't.
That's why this is a big fight.
That's cool. I've been a Weili fan. So like I said, she has the best women's fight of all time to me. So I think Weili got this one in the bag. Yeah. She vacated the belt.
I think Weili's going to win as well.
Yeah.
I think Weili's going to win as well. But I don't think it's going to be this far fight.
It won't. But she's also too strong and too advanced for
I wouldn't
Valentina.
say too strong with the weight difference. I really think it'll be closer than you think.
I mean, no. It's going to be a close fight. But I think we will see like who's the real winner easily. Like easily. Where we will like if it comes to decision, yeah, I think
it'll be unanimous.
I don't know about unanimous, like a 30 or no, like a 50
split decision.
Nah,
exactly.
I
think it's gonna be a close
50,
fight.
Nah, that's like a 49-40.
Okay,
49-48.
Okay.
Main event. We have JDM versus Islam Makhachev. This fight has a lot of people on the edge of the seats.
A lot of implications.
There's a lot of implications because it's from both different fan bases who are, I've noticed, are somewhat scared of the other. I've noticed that slowly. But first off, Islam kind of had this one in the bag. JDM's build, he's close in that physique race too, because he, especially on like the press conference, like the pre-conferences and stuff, face-off looked a little different. Face-off looked a little different, man. I think Islam will probably gain a little bit more till then, but it looked one side, at least in the face-offs.
And that's fair to say. I think this fight's going to be really interesting because when we watch any of the Nurmagomedov tree fight, we're always wondering, are they going to take them to the ground immediately and then the fight's just over?
But that's the thing. You can't really do that with JDM.
You can't really do that with JDM. So it's going to make the fight really interesting because we're going to have to see Islam striking. From what we've seen from Islam striking is we know he can.
Yeah.
And he's well above average. So it's just going to be super interesting to see his striking versus Jack Della Maddalena's, who, in my opinion, is so much more diverse. He got so much more in the arsenal.
But you want to know what? I'm looking at the fight history for this one also. His opponents to get up to the belt weren't the hardest. And, of course, his opponent when he got the belt for Bilal, I'm slightly a fan, but it wasn't the hardest to get, obviously.
Okay.
Islam, he waited his time. He's built up, vacated his belt also. I'm going to also give this one to Islam. I think Islam will still somehow find a way,
I agree.
like always, and I agree. It will go down to that way.
I think so too. I just think to your point, like Islam, he's he's gonna put on that weight as well. And I think he's just probably such a more. He's so much more advanced, I should say, than Jack in the sense
technical and in a way.
Yeah, he has 27 fights on the record. His grappling is miles ahead of Jack's. So if he does get him to the ground, to your point, it's gonna be Islam on chasing his destiny. He's going to beat down Jack Della Maddalena. But if it's a close fight, that is going to be because Jack did not get taken down as many times as we thought.
or I won't even say that. It's how well he does on the ground to get back up on the feet after that fact. Like
That's true.
if he gets
That could be
submitted,
very true as well.
that can be over. Obviously, if he gets him in a really good hold, you could say goodnight. But if he's able to get back on his feet, like I said, keep the distance, make it an actual fist fight a little bit on the feet, then you may have a chance. Because we know obviously Islam can still fight. Islam's not a Khabib, but he knows how to throw his hands, obviously. But JDM could have a little bit of success on the actual feet rather than the ground.
Call me crazy. Obviously, Jack is the champion in this division.
Yep.
But who is this a bigger win for? And that is a legitimate question now. Because to your point, the people that Jack has fought, now what beating Islam Makhachev would do.
It's a bigger fight for Islam. This is for legacy. JDM getting that fight obviously will be pretty big for him. Islam is sitting at number 2 pound for pound. He wins that. I don't know if he would possibly. I mean, he's sitting at number 2 right now. He wins that one. Dana would have some conversations. He's out. He went to a separate weight, going to go get a chip. Like this is for a legacy for Islam if he wins this fight. So it has bigger pictures for him for this fight. Do you think it's for JDM? Look at your face. You think it's for JDM? Do you think it's bigger for him?
I don't want to. I think it opens up more opportunities for JDM.
Because who does he fight after then?
Exactly. Now you can start talking about. Listen, you made Islam. It depends on.
Now think about that conversation with JDM, or think about the conversation with Islam, who vacated his belt because he was too good for that division, went to this division, and then beat the champ on his first fight.
Yeah.
So what is the conversation with Islam? What is he gonna go fight Bilal?
Like,
I'm
no,
asking.
they can't.
I'm asking.
They can't.
Exactly.
So he would vacate it. So it's just so interesting. I really don't know.
I'm saying this is more of a legacy thing for Islam. Because what if Islam gets to that point where he's like, damn, what else can I do? I'm
That's
done.
true. That's
I'm
very
done.
true.
It's because you know how they get down to wrestling.
Oh,
if it's time to go,
yeah,
deuces, they'll retire quick.
That's
like
very true.
If they've accomplished their mission, it's over. It's over. So it'll be a good one. I think we didn't talk enough UFC. Obviously, we gonna have more information.
And obviously tonight at Madison Square Garden, it's only right if we change over to what happened last night in Madison Square Garden. The New York Knicks put up $140 on the Heat, and I feel like it's so hard when we're in the season to talk about all the games because
it's more hard on them because you have like 15 games throughout the week. And I said NFL, you got obviously that Sunday, Monday, and then Thursday game, but NBA, you got to keep up. You definitely got to keep up.
You got to keep up, and I'll tell you who did keep up. Karl Anthony Towns kept up with the pace of the Miami Heat, and absolutely,
yeah,
I'm liking Karl this year. And I think
I wanted to start. Man had a self-assist. Man threw it over. Gave him his own self a 3.
I want to say this. I think, obviously, we see Jalen Brunson is going to be out with that ankle sprain for a little bit. We need to see more of Karl Anthony Towns. For him to have that game that he did last night, that really showed a lot.
Right.
And I think New York can hold it down in a weak Eastern Conference right now.
Very weak Eastern Conference.
Very weak Eastern Conference right now.
You're sitting at 8-4, and you are the number 2 team in your conference. You're the number 2 team now. You lose a couple of games
because the West is so good.
That's okay. That's okay because the West is obviously battling with themselves too, or their records are showing it a little bit also. But I mean, you're 8-4 and you're sitting at number 2. So.
I do want to stay in the East though, because I know we were talking about the New York Knicks being number 2. What have you liked the most about the New York Knicks this year?
I'll say what I like the most is their home games. Their home games, they are almost undefeated. They cannot lose at home. It's obviously that MSG kind of presence, and you feel it obviously from the opponents too. So you see it with the record. They're 8-1 at home. What I don't like is that you have not won a road game yet in this season. You cannot win a road game.
That is concerning.
It looks very concerning. It seems like their bigs and their the wing defenders, they're kind of disappearing when they go on the road, and you need that obviously. You'll still get your regular average from Jalen Brunson. Cat will still get his regular 4 fouls before the third quarter, but you got to get something going.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, I think it's actually more their defense right now, because you see they're 6th in the league in points per game,
right.
and 7th in rebounds, 9th in assists. They're a top 10 team in every statistical category. I just think on offensively, but just the defense, I think they're not as much bought into the Mike Brown way yet, because I think he has definitely changed how that offense operates, and
He
you kind
has,
of
but
do
they're
see it.
very, like you said, they're offensive based. They're an offensive team now, and that's a big change. Which is the same thing that the Milwaukee Bucks are going through. It's just that we have Giannis that can do both things, so it's
Exactly.
different for them. But you are switching over, new head coach, new play style, new minutes for every single player. So you have to adjust, and it's a new team. So it's still early. We'll see. They're only 0-3 on the road, but they got to get it going. They got to get it going for sure.
Here's my question to you. Obviously, the Knicks sitting at number 2. How about the team sitting at number 1
Yeah.
in the Eastern Conference right now? You have the Detroit Pistons. Is this something that you saw heading into the season? I know we talked about how they were a rising team last year a little bit, but is this a team that you would have said through the first 13 games would be the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference?
Definitely not the number one. We know that going into the season, the East was going to be slightly weaker than it was last year with all the injuries to Jason Tatum. You obviously got some Sixers going on, some stuff like it was. It was teams that were going to take a back
Yep.
launch, but they're going to be top 4, not number one. Number one. I mean, and I just put this out recently. It just looks so inconsistent on offense that you still cannot see how it's going like that. But their games that they're playing, it's their defense, their
They
boards,
rebound the ball
their
well.
grit. It's hustle. Like they play more hustle and more harder than their opponents.
And I think they have a superstar. When you have Cade Cunningham, who is a superstar, who can go take it at the end of the game,
Right.
that's just the best thing to have. You have a bunch of guys bought in on the defensive end, young players, and then you have a, a finally mature superstar. Doesn't
I-
that sound familiar? It
Ma-
sounds like a
mature,
recipe in the
mature
West.
in the sense that he can be a vet to the younger players and
Yes.
still be a superstar on the team. So yeah.
Doesn't that
He's
sound
definitely
familiar?
mature.
It sounds like a situation going on in the West that just won Oklahoma City their championship.
Whoa, you think so?
I
don't-
think Detroit here could be building a really well-oiled machine, no pun intended. I think I truly believe that. I think Ashore Thompson is super underrated because we talk about Amen so much. I love Jalen
I
Duren as
say,
their
I
center.
think it's Jalen Duren, man. He's still sitting right now in rebounds. He's sitting top
They
5. I mean,
Jaden Ivey. They have other pieces too. Like people
Yeah.
forget, they have Tobias Harris who can get you a bucket.
when he comes back,
When he comes back.
when he comes back.
Karis LeVert. You have Duncan Robinson sitting on your bench. Devontae Green, who we've seen
Right.
have some big games recently. Isaiah Stewart. It's just grit and defense. To your point,
It is good defense, but
what a
it's
superstar.
it's still their offense. It's not like content where like they're just catching and shooting and putting up that ball. Their assists where they are driving into the paint and driving onto the floor. of
And I
their
want to see more
opponents
from
is big.
Ashore.
You can and when they give them actual opportunities on the offense side.
Yes.
They love him on defense. Love me the same way on the offense side.
And he'll
And that-
develop. And when he
He
does,
will.
it's going to be insane, I think.
There's only one reason Amen has had this much development because of the opportunities that he's
Yeah.
had. Easily, because I feel like Azor could be the same type of player. So, yeah. What else you got for these? You got another team, or do you want to kind of switch over and go back, kind of flip flop? You want to flip flop?
I do want to stay real quick.
Okay. What's
I
up?
want to talk about a team that's not necessarily in the top 5, not in the sitting in the playoffs right now, but a team that we might have to start giving respect is the number 7 Toronto Raptors right now.
Raptors. Yeah.
They're sitting at 7-5.
You know,
6-2 in their conference. Obviously, they're a little wishy-washy at home, sitting at 2-2. But I mean, they're a good team. They have
they are
good
a
players.
good team that can go on the road and be who they want. They came into my house and knocked our doors down. Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, quickly. They are all just getting their own.
Jakob Poeltl.
They're getting their own right now, and it looks crazy,
And-
but it's happening.
And here's my thing: they're second in assists right now, top
Yeah.
10 in points. Their offense is clicking. Simply,
Yeah.
Brandon Xavier Ingram, RJ Barrett. Emmanuel Quickly. I mean,
Hey, I got PTSD. My
I mean,
bad.
this is a formidable roster. I know when we talked about it
right.
last year, we were like, huh. Now seeing how weak the East is, and it's no disrespect, it just truly seems that like this roster can take you
It
to
is,
the
but
playoffs
it's
outright.
Also, it's a new roster. Like you looked at all the names signed in July of 2025, signed in December 2024, drafted in 2023. Like everything is in the past 2 years for their
Yep.
whole entire team, except for maybe one. Actually, no. Every single person is from the last 2 years. Every single person, not a single other person. So, I mean, yeah, this is a different team that knows how to play basketball. You obviously got Scotty Barnes leading the league or leading the team.
Yep.
It's a fun squad to watch. Definitely a fun squad to watch.
Who would you say your sleeper squad in the East is?
Toronto Raptors
As well.
easily, but
Okay.
it's
as well.
to the point like they're playing people. Cause I have another one in the West, kind of similar to them. They're playing people, and it's like they lose some games that you would think they will win, but the games that they'll lose, they're coming out with dubs. They're coming out with wins. So I'm gonna give them my sleeper team
I
right
know
now.
what team you're going to say
Obviously,
for the West. We'll get into
we'll
it.
get into it, but because there's other sleepers in the East. The thing with the East is that you win or lose one game, you could drop 5 spots. You could drop 5 spots right now. So I think, like I said, I think it's still too early. Still too early. We'll get into it though.
And obviously, before we head into the Western Conference, it's clear that we make note that the Eastern Conference is the only team that have 3 teams that are 1-11.
Yeah,
which is not good at all.
but come on, bro. I mean, you're talking about the Wizards, Pacers, and the Brooklyn Nets. You want to know what about the Pacers? Quick statement. We called Hallie a system player all last year. We called Hallie whatever you wanted. Look at the team now. I know it's injuries everywhere. It's injuries all over through the team.
Halliburton, I think, would have kept it.
Would have kept it. That he wouldn't have kept this contained. No way. It
would have been. He would have. They wouldn't be 1-10.
It would have been balanced. They would have. No, seeing how this season is going, they would have easily probably been in the top 10. Most likely, yeah. Pacers and the the Brooklyn Nets and the Washington Wizards.
That's different. That's just see ball, get ball, and shoot it.
MPJ, the Cam Thomas, MPJ, the nobody else. He's dragging that boy. He's dragging.
Exactly, and he actually leads the team in assists.
Yeah, man.
This year,
you saw him. He got 6. He got 6 assists in 10 minutes yesterday,
which is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Moving on to the Western Conference. Why don't you tell me what you like about the Western Conference?
No, why don't you tell me what you like about your Western Conference? OKC Thunder, and I feel like we can kind of get into them a little bit more because more teams are kind of tied to the OKC Thunder. Sitting 12-1, it's seeming hard for them to find a loss. Obviously, you had one where it was a weird loss to a point. Like you didn't lose to no Denver Nuggets, you didn't lose to the like you are beating all of those other teams. You beat every good team that you've played so far, and you let one go. Just let one go. That's it. You guys right now will be sitting 13-0. Any takeaways for the OKC Thunder that are looking to be going back to back right now in the NBA?
Yeah, I have one takeaway. It's 2 words. AJ Mitchell.
Okay.
The Oklahoma City Thunder have, I don't know, they have a nit for talent, I guess, because they keep getting better with players that we haven't seen.
Getting better, keep evolving, and it's not done yet. I saw a post, if they were to stop the
OKC would have a top 5 pick.
Top 5. No, you have 4 picks right now. 4 first-round picks right now. The OKC Thunder.
And the thing about OKC is they're all bought in. They all know their role. And I think other teams are trying to start to model this. We see, AJ Mitchell his role has evolved. Last year, he didn't get any minutes.
But we also know
was
that when J-Dub comes back, he'll also evolve where he knows that he'll be one of the best hot, streaky bench players in the league. He knows that. And he will still get it.
Absolutely. And I think everybody's bought in. Caruso knows that when he goes in there, I'm going to be a tenacious defender and help my team win.
And try to dunk on somebody.
Aaron Wiggins knows when he goes in there, they want me to. It's just certain roles that they have an understanding of.
They don't all get the same minutes every day, but they still all play to the same energy and levels.
And lastly, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who doesn't have my vote for MVP this year, obviously. We'll get into that in a second. But the reason why is because he hasn't had to play fourth quarter minutes to tell you he's an MVP.
And I go that we've said that a couple of times for some MVPs throughout the past couple of years, but this one is maybe the main one that you can visually see. He's not playing fourth quarters. He has no need to. He has no need to. And if he does, it's not where he's putting up shots. He has no need to.
Exactly. So and he's still averaging. He's still top 2 in scoring right now.
Right.
I believe a flip flop last night, but he was top 2 in scoring, which is ridiculous.
Right.
To not play the fourth quarter in 6 of your 13 games. I mean, that's amazing. Really, truly.
A lot of people got him number 1. You know that.
And to your point, when Dub comes back, I mean, come on. That's going to unlock whatever wasn't working for OKC.
What is that?
Exactly. You're just
What?
unlocking a door with more. with more.
Just opening another multiverse like Doctor Strange.
Yep.
Number 2 team, Denver Nuggets,
Good
was
W
they which
reference.
yeah,
W
thank
reference.
you. Number 2 team. Obviously, they've played 2 less games than the OKC Thunder, but they're still sitting at number 2, the 9-2 Denver Nuggets. I'm looking at this team also. They're playing very good at home. I mean, undefeated at home.
I love watching them play.
They're
They're awesome.
almost 500 on the road. You
Yeah.
think that can also be somewhat of a concern early on?
No, I actually don't think so. Believe it or
No.
not, I think it's just a genuinely a new team with when you've added 4 or 5 new players to the
Right.
roster to your bench, mainly. It's gonna take some time to find cohesion, and they're still 9-2. They still
Right.
only have 2 losses.
Right.
So for me, I think to your point, undefeated at home, you take care of business. You're still above 500 at home. They're 9-2.
They have the biggest, the second biggest win streak in the league right now. Obviously, sitting behind the Detroit Pistons.
Now, I will say this. For the Nuggets, it's going to become, I think, a little harder to win games without Christian Braun, who is going to be out for the next 6 weeks. We also know Cam's not playing for, I think, a couple games.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be back soon.
He's going to be back soon, but he's probably not going to play
Right.
tonight. He's probably not going to play for the next week. That's where I think the bench can maybe find some cohesion, I guess, because
Right.
they're going to get more shots up, more minutes, be relied upon more. I love what Jonas Valanciunas is doing for them. Bruce Brown, welcome back. Seems like you can only play good on the Nuggets.
But that's because he feels welcome and he knows his role.
Yes.
He just knows his role and he
Yes.
knows that he'll get his licks regardless. And that's sweet.
And most of all, Tim Hardaway, who in some
Yeah.
games this year that I've watched at least, can shoot the ball still.
I think you want to know what? I think that he's actually kind of making up for the cam role. I think Tim
I think
Hardaway is
he
making
is
up
going
for the
to.
Tim and the Cam Johnson role because he is playing phenomenal for that team right now. He is. So, do you think they can possibly take over the OKC Thunder if they play them?
I think it'll be like it was last year, 7 games, and then it all depends
We're
on.
seeing it without J-Dub. I'm asking right now.
Oh, right now. I mean, yeah, they can. Yeah, they hang with OKC. They can
J-Dub
definitely beat
comes back.
OKC. J-Dub comes back. Lou Dort hasn't been playing for last 4 games for OKC. I mean, yeah, J-Dub comes back. I think you might have lost it there.
I guess 6 games here, or it still goes to 7.
6 or 7, but
Keep going. You're 22.
No, all right, that's enough.
Bro.
That's enough. 6 or 7 games, but I think that
He repeats it, man. He's 32.
chill out. But I think J-Dub, because we're already talking about how great OKC is.
Yeah.
We're saying this without Jalen Williams. Chet has missed games. This team has not had a full game where they all play.
Yeah.
There's not been a game where they all play.
Which I think that's going to take a while for that to see. Your team is too stacked at this point. Though.
Exactly. Which means
What
if they can
happens
get
next year? Like when you guys just add on more. Like what happens?
nothing,
What
because
happens?
people forget they have Thomas Sorber sitting on the bench.
Exactly. So
And you're-
what happens?
I don't know.
Y'all not gonna have no spots. Y'all just gonna have the best G League team too.
It's gonna be like calling from JV to varsity.
There
bro.
should be a rule. There should be a rule. where-
NBA Twitter went crazy on that one. Yeah, no,
It
it's
was
gonna
bad.
be.
I had to say that because, bro, like really,
It's gonna be
Really?
like I think OKC.
But it's got to that point where casual fans really think that OKC just done cheated the way. Like it's
And-
got
which
to
is
that
crazy.
point
They've
where they
suffered.
do not know how this has all happened. They don't know the suffering that you guys had to go through. So I understand.
No,
I
no.
do understand. I do
But-
understand.
Here's what's gonna be like on the OKC Blue. They're gonna call up players and like toss them down back and forth,
Right.
like they're JV and varsity. That's what it's gonna get to, honestly. If they can find a way to keep like AJ Mitchell, they already signed their big 3. Caruso gonna stay for a discount
yeah.
at this point.
Caruso
Play
don't
for
care.
more.
Caruso done got paid 3 different times now.
Exactly. So I
Man
think
is rich. He's winning chips. He's got 2 of them. Possibly get 3.
I mean, yeah, at some
It's
point,
no,
you're
it's,
gonna be like, you
it's
know what?
no point.
Take 10 off the contract. Give it to
It's-
Lou.
It's no point.
It's gonna
no-
get to that
yeah,
point, I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
So
I'm-
I really don't know. OKC's beating the system
We
right
gave
now.
a lot of shine to the first 2 teams. I know
We
we can
did.
obviously get into the Rockets,
did,
Lakers,
because
all of them.
But that's fair though, because they're, in my opinion, the 2 teams, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Denver Nuggets,
They sit like in
are
different
miles. Are
categories.
in a,
I
they're in
won't say
S.
miles.
They're in
I
S.
can't say miles.
No,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
know.
They are in S
That
category.
first game against Houston still made me kind of like teeter a
No,
little bit.
I understand. They have no point guard. It looks rough at times.
It does, but it also looks really good at
I know,
times. Like we said,
absolutely.
it's not their offense. That's
They're
the
8-3.
problem.
I'm not
It's
saying
not
they're
their
bad at all.
offense, though. It's not a point guard problem. It's their defense.
Yeah.
It's their defense. It's a problem.
I think,
Like I said, we
Denver
talked
OKC's
about the
miles
first two
ahead.
teams. The West is stacked. Like I'm
It
looking
is.
at, even if we were to go from 10 to 15, you got the Utah Jazz, who Laurie Marketing is dropping 40 whatever other game. LA Clippers sitting at 11. James Harden dropped 41 last night, and with a triple dub. Memphis Grizzlies with Ja still kind of figuring things out. Sacramento still some things. Phoenix is number 7. This is a stacked West, a very stacked West. What is your sleeper for the Western Conference?
This I don't know if they're a sleeper anymore. The San Antonio Spurs.
Oh, that's
Or-
not
or
my sleeper.
actually,
Was that your sleeper that you were talking about earlier?
Oh, the sleeper you were going to say was Portland Trailblazers.
That is my sleeper. I mean,
I figured.
Come on.
No, but I think sleeper. I think San Antonio has potential to be a top 4 seed and have home court for the playoffs.
They're definitely still making their way. The last couple of, I'll say this last week, at least Wemby has dropped out of my MVP race, and that's because it's been a couple of turnovers, not that high of scoring games, but it seems like it's getting the team more involved when those type of games happen. It seems like more people have the ball in their hands. They find some more of their guards. Even Sohan can possibly get the ball going a little bit, so it's not looking bad. They still sit at number 6, so it's. I don't know if I can call them a sleeper. But that's still a good team. Portland Trailblazers, after going through all that they've had in the first literally 2 games of the season, are still finding ways to win. They sit in the stacked West, obviously. That's why they're sitting at number 9. I think if they play a lot of Eastern teams right now, they would possibly be a number 14. They would be number 4 team in the East. Yes, I do believe so. I think it's honestly a couple of teams they could also play in the West that they could possibly be too. Like I think if they have a game right now against the Phoenix Suns and they're not possibly playing as good, I think they take that game down. I think they win that game.
Okay.
San Antonio Spurs, if Wemby doesn't have that great of a game, they can possibly win that game.
I agree. I don't think them losing 140 to 116 against the Rockets last night did any justice.
Yeah,
though.
okay. We weren't talking about that.
No, I just didn't do any justice for them though. But I know now. Listen, don't get me wrong. I totally agree with you. They're sitting at 6-6. I like Thiago Splitter as their head coach.
Yeah,
I'm starting to really like the play of Sheldon Sharp right now. I'm really liking it. He's developing the tray ball. He's already been a good driver. Still taking way too many. But you know what? It's getting better. It's getting better.
That's because he's jacked. Like dog, he is putting up crazy. Yeah, pause. He's putting up crazy threes.
Yeah,
bro. like Steph 3 points. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but to your point,
that's how Ant. Hey, bro, that's how Ant learned it. Ant made sure to keep putting them up until they fell, and obviously they fall now. So
that's very true, and that's my concerning team.
Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, like if you had to say, because we were just talking about a sleeper team, Portland. We obviously, Jeremy Grant, all those guys. I'm a little worried. Is Minnesota Timberwolves? I understand they're 8-4. Watched the game against Sac last night. It seemed at times they were lazy at guarding the paint, and you literally are paying over $200 million for your bigs to play defense in the paint.
Yeah.
They're bottom 20 in rebounding. Ant is a superstar, but we talked about him taking the next step. I think his team is holding him back from doing that. Simply.
I don't know. I think like just like how every early team has right now, I think they're just having somewhat off games. I don't know if that's my concerning team. Like they're sitting 7th in points per game, 14th in assists, 11th in
bottom 20 in rebounding.
Bottom 20 in rebounding is bad. That is concerning. That is concerning.
That's really concerning.
But you want to know what? You're looking at the number. They're putting up 42.6. A team that's sitting in the top 5, top like 3 is putting up 6 more rebounds.
And hold
6 more.
Like, and let me read this to you really quick. Let me read this to you quick. Ready? You want to know who their losses are to?
Yeah.
Denver, Lakers, Knicks, and am I reading this right? Am I crazy? I'm going crazy right now.
Let me go to. Let me see.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is their wins
to big teams
are against their wins are against Utah, the Nets, the Hornets. I mean, this is just to name a few.
Yeah.
Like their wins are not to good teams yet. I want to see them genuinely break down a good team. Because, like I said, I watched SAC last night. They won that game by 14. That game was a tie ball game to start the fourth.
Right. Okay.
So, I think if they want to separate themselves, they're going to have to get away from these games, like how Denver can and how OKC can. Because Anthony Edwards should be in that Shea Gilgeous, Jokic conversation with the way that he talks about it.
He was about
He
a year or
was
two
about
ago.
a year or two ago.
About a year or two ago.
And
And it
if
looks
he-
like Shea just kind of
So-
it was a Shea at first. It was Shea versus Ant. Shea just kind of took a very big leap that I don't think Ant was ready to take at the time. Which he's older. He's older. That's fair. But I don't think Ant was ready to take that big leap at the time, which he's still gaining to. So
He is. I think you're going to find out tonight's a great game, even though Denver's missing some players.
right.
They lose that game, we're like, oh, they can't.
Yeah.
They probably can't
Yeah.
hang with the big dogs. And then November 26th, they play OKC. Then after that, they play a Boston team. I mean, let them get into a tougher stretch than beating
Yeah.
Brooklyn, Charlotte, and the Wizards or Utah. That doesn't get me going.
It doesn't, especially for a top 5 team. I can
Exactly.
agree in the West. I can agree.
Exactly.
Do you think that if they play like somebody like the Warriors or like a Phoenix Suns, do they beat them?
Warriors.
Warriors are so.
If Steph,
hot
if
right
Steph,
now,
play, if
bro.
Steph
They're
plays
on a
good,
streak
no,
right
it
now,
can't,
man.
can't happen.
Steph Curry is coming off of a 46 game and then a 49 game. The man is 36-37. When is this gonna stop? When does he actually get the cap? Like, we talk about LeBron's longevity a lot. When does Steph Curry really get talked about in the same window? Just come from a LeBron fan. Like, it's got to that point.
Yeah, I think, man, LeBron's so different because LeBron's Tom. LeBron's like Tom Brady, so it's just.
So what
different.
is Steph, Pat?
I'm not sure. But that's a good one. I'd have to say this though. I think for me, LeBron, and especially when he gets back, we're gonna find out so much more about him when he gets back for the Lakers.
Time will only tell, because like we said last week, I don't think it's gonna look the same. Like the Lakers, they're losing some weird games, but they're also winning games that we did not think they will win. So
Yeah.
I think when LeBron comes back, like we said, the ball dominance Luka, I don't know how much that's going to change. I have no clue. I think he still have the ball more.
If
but
we can get blessed with one more Warriors Lakers series with both teams healthy,
Yeah.
I would be very happy for
But
that.
that's the thing, when those type of series happens, who's going to have the ball more, LeBron or Luka?
Luka, but I think LeBron will make a converted effort to win that series.
Always will.
Always will.
Always will.
But we were talking about him being Tom. We were talking about him being Tom Brady. And I think it's only fair. I think it's only fair if
brother.
we talk about the next coming of Tom Brady in New England, and that is Drake May. Drake May currently leading the MVP race after beating the New York Jets 14-27 in a game that we called, that we said that was going to happen. Drake May, 25 completions, 34 attempts, 281 yards, only one touchdown, passer rating 107. He played a great game. Trayvon Henderson played a fantastic game. And they sit at 9-2 in the division and
Yeah.
number 1 in the AFC. Where do you see the Patriots? Do you like them? Are they pretenders or contenders?
You want to know what? They're still contenders with the easiest schedule in the entire league. We're looking at their wins, except for the 2 obviously against Josh Allen, and then you had your other obviously big win. You look at the rest of their wins; it's not that huge
Nope.
of players. It's almost like how we were just talking about with Minnesota. Like they're not beating
Are the Patriots the Minnesota Timberwolves?
Was that a good one? I
That
don't
could
know.
be
I don't
an
know, because
interesting one right
honestly,
now.
You look at their schedule and you know it's true. Like they're 9-2, very great record. Obviously, you're
Absolutely.
sitting at the number 1. It's no other way around it. No matter who you're playing, the games they're winning, God, it's not that big. It like to the point where I don't know if they are a one hitter quitter in the playoffs. Are they?
I think the thing for the Patriots is obviously head coaching. they have a great head coach.
Like that, bro. I'm sorry.
They have a great head
Yeah.
coach in Mike Vrabel, who I think has been way better than what we thought this year.
Right.
I think a pleasant surprise for me is the offense in Stephon Diggs. I like what they're getting out of Diggs. I like what they're getting out of their running backs.
It's like what they're getting out of Holland's like, bro, I think it's Drake. He just getting everybody involved,
Yeah,
bro. It's
because
Drake.
my thing though coming into the season about the Patriots was that the
Chill out, man. I didn't
is
mean to
that
say
the
it, man. I'm
is that the defense was going to take over, not the offense.
Right.
But the defense has actually kind of been like a underwhelming surprise, I should say, because I thought they were going to be a top 10 defense. They don't really look like that. It's the offense that's carrying. So I'm with you on their contender still. I want to see them play a better team before,
which that's what I'm
someone on
saying.
that
I think we're not gonna skip over what they did to the Bills. That was a beautiful game from the Patriots. Obviously, the Patriots are. Dang, I didn't mean to, bro. It was a
My bad.
one hitter, bro. I'm sorry,
good.
bro. Hey, man.
Oof.
Drake May, he is the MVP of the league. Their schedule is not
Whoa.
yet.
MVP of the league?
Drake May's not the MVP of the league.
I said he was front runner. I don't think he'll end up winning it. I still have Jonathan Taylor. That might be crazy, but I still have Jonathan Taylor.
Drake May has the most consistent numbers. Jonathan Taylor does also, but I think that one game against the Steelers where he just could not get anything going, that's where I took Drake May.
Understandable.
That's where I
but
took Drake May.
We're sitting at 18 touchdowns now as a running back?
I know, but Drake May, I don't know, man. I don't think a lot of quarterbacks would actually be that good with that team. That team is good. It's not 9-2 good. It's not. It's not 9-2
That's
good.
fair. No,
it's not. Which they had a great offseason. They built up the line, built up the defense, got them receivers, tight end. I don't know. Which, I don't know, man. Trayvon Henderson has been playing crazy.
He's been playing great.
Trayvon Henderson.
We'll see.
Crazy.
We'll definitely have to wait and see.
Well,
to your point, we'll have to wait and see.
He's number one, though, in the race. He is number one in the race. So
no, I got JT. But moving on. Another game I want to talk about. It's actually in the 1 o'clock spot. It's an NFC versus AFC matchup against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills. Jones, this is a 425 matchup. This is a Monday Night Football matchup for us at 1 o'clock.
Listen, man.
The Lords have blessed us on the early slot.
You know what? I think that their rushing offense, if it plays good, they will win this.
So Bills or Tampa?
Both.
Okay.
Both teams. Both teams. More so for the Bills, though. When and Josh Allen, great quarterback, everything. He's very great. James Cook plays good. They tend to win games. When he does not, let's look at last week. He didn't play good. They lost. Almost every game that they've lost, James Cook can barely get anything out of the run. And it's consistent. It's consistent every time they lose.
Who do you have winning?
I'm gonna say the Bills. Bucks are too injured. Like I think at this point, you're asking. I don't know about too much out of Baker Mayfield, but you're asking a lot.
You are.
What is on that field? No Bucky Irving again. No Mike. Possibly no Chris
Book is
Godwin.
amazing.
Mike is your golden star, goose egg, but it's a little bit too much. I think that the Bills will possibly win this game. You're coming off of obviously last week. You couldn't really get things going. Trey had a huge game against the Bills running. I feel like it was some things that was kind of going on. I think the Bills will get this one straight though.
And I agree with you. Moving on to the Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yes,
this is a game that I circled, actually.
Yeah.
I think that this game's super important for many reasons.
I don't know if I talk about the Chargers. I got flamed. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know that they were going to come out there and whoop on the Steelers like that last week. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, bro.
And that was a big win for them.
It was because they were able to stop whatever the Steelers were throwing at them. They stopped everything.
Exactly.
And they had a big run game. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, man.
And now here's the thing: the Chargers are sitting at 7-3.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's sitting at 5-4. I honestly feel like this is a super fragile game for both teams. I think a loss for either teams really hurts their chances. For Jacksonville, in my opinion, going to the playoffs. For the Chargers, that hurts them winning the division. Because if they can win and be 7-3 and the Broncos lose, the Broncos will be 8-3 and the Chargers will have the tiebreaker. And then the Chargers will then be the number one.
That's what I'm saying. Because the Chargers can put together some wins. Like I've noticed this for the past maybe couple weeks. They are a gritty team. Like Justin Herbert is still a phenomenal. Like he's having a sensational season. He is. It's Justin Herbert. Like he's doing what he has to do. They are playing somewhat gritty against other teams, and you are starting to see it. Like obviously, you still got the injuries to the O-line, which I don't know if that's going to be coming back anytime soon. But I think that they can actually get this game against the Jags.
That's right. That's
Travis Hunter's obviously out for the season, which they
Hurts
warned him. They warned him in the beginning of the season. It's hard to play both this early. It's hard to play this much this early. So
That's
he's
true.
out. I will say you had Jacoby Myers, who was your leading wide receiver last week, so you can possibly get that maybe another spot to Sean. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
it'll be definitely an interesting matchup, I think. And I think it'll be such a big win if the Chargers can lock up. And then if we'll get into that game in a second, but they could take over the AFC West potentially.
They
Moving
can.
on. I think it's only fair we move on to the 405 game. We're getting blessed with another primetime matchup at 405. The
Yeah, man.
the 7-2 Seahawks go against the Los Angeles Rams, sitting at 7-2 as well. What are your thoughts on this game, Jones?
This game is going to be big because of how their records are both sitting so pretty next to their names. I mean, this is going to be a heated matchup, I think. I'm going to possibly take Seattle going into this
I
game,
know.
which we are big Rams fans. Again, we love the Rams. I think that this Seattle's team is different, man. Their defense is getting it around the field. They're not allowing a lot of sacks either. It looks like they're playing contained. They are playing contained.
I agree. I do think the Rams can potentially find a way to stop the JSN train.
I don't know, man.
Well, I think like throwing some zone out
averaging
there.
on pass plays, though, they're averaging 6 yards,
I know.
6.5 yards a play. JSN, and you just add on, like, come on, you had on Rashid. You're only extending your drives. It's only going to extend it to this point.
It's going to be a close game. I think I should leave it at
It
that.
will, but I'm thinking about it this way. Who do you think has got better in the past 2-3 weeks? Seattle or the Rams? I love the
Seattle.
Rams. I think Seattle is consistently getting better. They
What's
had
final score?
31, 28 to 21 or 24.
Fair enough.
Like, I think it's gonna be a close one, but I do think that Seattle will somehow find that last little thing. And bro, their special teams has been eating. What if, bro? If they get a little straight, you feel me? Straight run into the end zone, or maybe knock that ball out. You may got some extra stuff. Maybe a little field goal. Obviously, the Rams lost on a little couple field goals this year. It could be one of those. It could be one of those. So yeah, I got that one being a good game. Another game around that 4:00 time, Mr. Damiana. We have a 4:20 Denver Broncos versus the Kansas City Chiefs, which I think not even just you and me. I think a lot of people got this as their games of the week, considering the implications that both teams have and will need to come out of this game. I'll ask you a question. I know that we had some conversations about it. Who do you think will win, and why will they win this game? Uh-oh. You need me to take. You need me
Who
to.
do I think or who do I want to win?
Okay. Pause, Mr. Broncos fan. We don't need to see who you want to win. Who do you think?
Give me the Denver Broncos.
Stand your ground. Stand in your ground.
I'm going to stand my ground. I think the Denver Broncos defense is truly, we give them a lot of credit for the sacks they get, but I think without Pat Surtain, obviously, the last 2 games, to still fortify and win and still be solid, that only goes to show how good truly that Denver Broncos defense is. Losing J.K. Dobbins is a big loss. But now that unlocks R.J. Harvey. It truly unlocks him, and you're going to see him get 20 touches at least.
For sure. I
The
think
offense has to step up in a big way if they want to win.
There you go.
But yeah, if not, they'll lose. Absolutely. This all starts with the offense. Are you going to get the 326 yards, 2 touchdowns, Bo Nix, or are you going to get
110 yards?
Yeah,
Bo Nix. We can talk about that. The Chiefs are coming off of their last week, obviously, which they enjoyed. You're gaining Simmons back on that offensive line.
We don't know if he's going to start, though. They said he might not start.
I think he most likely was their main thing this whole year, which I think is possibly why they've actually lost games. They can't protect
first
Patrick
game
Mahomes.
back against Nick Benito. That's rough.
I feel you, but is it more protection than you had where you can actually possibly protect Patrick, which is their main problem?
And we'll see.
Yes.
We'll see if he's ready for that.
They have 2 main problems.
We're
protecting
ready.
Patrick and running the ball. If you can possibly...
No Isaiah Pacheco.
I feel that, but you can possibly still get something. You know, don't act like Kareem Hunt can't crawl on him. He kicked that door down. All right, dude, stop. stop, bro. Like chill out, chill out. I'm saying if he comes out there heavy, crawls around, he could possibly get something. So I'm you know what, me, I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs. I think Patrick Mahomes will actually find some success versus the Broncos defense. Obviously, the Broncos offense looks not as good. Last week they only dropped 10 points against the Raiders, so they have some stuff to come back up to. If they can possibly get something going, maybe they can win with their defense not be on the field as much all the time. I don't know. Maybe.
It all depends on what type of offense you get from the Broncos.
So
Genuinely.
that's how you. I mean, that's fair.
That's what I'll leave
That's
that's what
fair.
I'll
That's
leave
fair.
that one with. But it's definitely going to be an interesting game. Huge implications. I think Broncos win. I think they seal the division.
If they win this game,
Yeah.
and their defense is, bro, if their defense can pull out this dub with the offense somewhat being there, possibly number two in the AFC, number one.
Number 3, depending.
They'll be number 3.
Yeah, Patriots and Colts. Or I think we'll
That's
be
what I'm
ahead of
saying.
the.
You'll be number 2. You'll be number 2.
Oh, yeah,
if
number
you
2.
win this game, say you're number 2, Patriots. If they have another harder game coming up, like y'all could be sitting number 1. If y'all give the Chiefs this game,
It'll look bad.
it'll look bad. It'll look bad. Especially just I think it'll only look
Lot of
bad
injuries,
because of
though.
last week. That's the only reason.
And that's
the
fair.
only reason. With Pat out, like you said, all the injuries on that D side too.
Yeah.
You get Greenlaw back, but I mean,
That's true.
yeah.
It's a big game.
Yeah, it is.
I want to talk about one more game, though. And I'm not talking about Monday Night Football. I'm not talking about Cowboys Raiders. In my opinion, I'm sorry. I'm a see it to believe it guy. I don't believe in neither team. I want to talk about 2 teams that I'm seeing it and I'm believing it.
Okay.
The Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday Night Football to duke it out, in my opinion, for the game that says we the best.
Yeah, this game is
the best?
obviously is our late night game. This is the game that I think that because like I said, the Chiefs and the Broncos that could be game of the night, game of the day. This is game of the night. I mean, Philly's offense, they barely turn over the ball, which is obviously Detroit's main source on defense when you're winning games. If the defense gets turnovers, you have a pretty great chance. Philly, no matter what their offense is not doing, they don't really give up turnovers. They only have 4 turnovers the whole season.
And even then, they'll get one or the other going.
Exactly. There you go. And obviously, the last week, which we're going to get to A.J. Brown a little bit, but last week it didn't look as good. But when you came before that bye week, you had 2 pretty good weeks where you had Saquon getting that identity and you had your receivers eating. So, I mean, this game, if you have any success rate of those 2, either one, I'm possibly rolling with Philly.
I'm going to have to agree with you as well, just because I don't fully trust the Detroit Lions defense as much.
That's fair.
And I think Philly can figure out a way to maybe get both going equally. Obviously, A.J. Brown, in my opinion, I think he's complaining a bit too much for me right now.
Man went on Twitch and said, if you got me starting on your fantasy, bench me, man. He said it's a shit show. I don't know if it's all that. You're sitting 7-2. Like I don't know. You think that he's possibly watched tape on T.O. and Donovan? He had to, right?
Maybe.
He's in Philly, bro. Does he know what they went through when they were like 7-0?
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm just asking, bro. They almost had a fist fight on the sideline and still almost won a chip. Like it was one of them.
I think AJ, because he has potential to be the best wide receiver on that team, but right now we're just seeing it be Schmitty because Schmitty's not complaining. He's playing ball.
Smitty don't complain. He hasn't complained since high school. Smitty doesn't talk. He gets his chips and he just moves on.
Exactly.
He simply moves on. I think it can also be a weather thing. Jared Goff, he playing Detroit. He not a cold player, man. He not a colder player. Where he playing at that 50. Look out. Sam Laporte is obviously out too. You're losing your tight end. I think Philly, they know what they are. Like
yes.
that you wasn't gonna get one or the other. It's not gonna be as it was last year. You know this at this point. Win the game.
I agree, but I think moving forward for them, they need to find that balance between yin and yang.
They always do. We know that.
And they got to get A.J. Brown involved. That's how they won the Super Bowl last year.
They got
A.J. Brown involved.
That's where I did agree. I didn't agree with the Twitch statement. I agree when he came to the press conference the day after and explained how he felt. I agree with that. It wasn't wrong what he said. I think it's just a little too whiny when you're doing it from one platform to another one. It's not cool doing it that way.
and they're winning.
They're winning games.
And you're winning.
And
If you were losing, I don't know. Honestly,
but
if he was losing,
it's
I
a
get it
game.
totally because it's like maybe I could be doing something. They're winning.
He can still help. Like we're not gonna play like that. Like he can. We know he can help when they're winning.
Absolutely.
When they're winning games, but it's not to the point as bad as it could be the way he's pursuing it. So, I agree. I do agree. That was our Sunday night game. We have a Thursday night game that I am pretty excited for next week, which I think the past 2 weeks we kind of had a little laid back for Thursday.
We did.
Bill, yeah, we did because we were on a crazy.
We were on a crazy
like,
Thursday
I don't know
night
what
run.
were they were doing. But we have the Bills versus the Texans. Texans, obviously, they're playing with Mr. Mills, but it seems like that old line for some reason just blocks.
Decided that they wanted to block.
Decided that they wanted to block for him. Obviously, we saw what they did last week.
An insane comeback against the
yeah,
Jacksonville Jaguars.
insane,
It really
right?
hurt the Jags, in my opinion. But a huge win for the Texans. I told you it was a huge win.
It's the only thing because you want to know what? I felt so bad because there's so much to you guys, but at least if it comes to the point, at least in the fourth quarter, Bo Nix can get something right. Fourth quarter, Houston's defense were doing everything that they could.
I'm telling you,
couldn't
right now,
get anything from the offense.
I'm telling you right now, if they beat the Bills, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
That's
Because
gonna
the Bills are
really.
weirdly, the Bills are on a trend where they're losing games like this. They're not going to lose the big ones. They beat the Chiefs.
Yeah,
They're not going to. This is the game that they'll possibly lose on a Thursday night football game.
Exactly, and I think that Texans defense matches up so well against
Texas
that
defense
offense.
matches up with anybody, no matter who they play. I've realized, no matter who they play, you get who. Who do you think? Who?
No, to your point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm being serious. Like I'm talking about Detroit, Philly, like Philly type of teams. I think they can put up defense. Now their offense, obviously, that can be what throws the game away, but their defense isn't going to look bad against them. So
Not
I
at
mean
all.
that's going to be a good Thursday night game.
I think it's a must-win for both teams.
Both teams.
Both teams. And if the Bills lose, this will definitely shake up the AFC race for the playoffs. Just the playoffs.
It will, because they're right now you're sitting 6-3. It looks way prettier than 6-4.
For sure.
So,
and then the Texans then are basically sitting
500.
behind you.
I know
500.
Dog, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna sit 500.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not
at
bad
all.
at all.
Not bad at all.
But we got good ball.
We do.
I'm excited. I'm excited for UFC. I think we're gonna get some really good fights.
UFC, we're gonna be on the lookout. I'm gonna drop some stuff. We're gonna be on the lookout for UFC.
Stay tuned. This was episode 33 of the Get Back Podcast. I'm Damian Dusten.
Ayden Jones, thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace.